Maken Deus Ex Machina.
Did you ever play a game and think, man, the hero is really cool, but I'd love to play as his sword? No? Well, me neither, but that's what this game is all about. But it only starts as a sword. Later it can transform into different things, depending on who's wielding it. It's actually a sentient machine, the ultimate weapon that can fuse with its wielder. Maken X! After the first chapter, I decided I am not here for the story. It is convoluted, it is messy, and it is hard to sit through. There's like 20 minutes of cutscenes between every mission. It's frustrating to watch, and it makes less and less sense as it progresses. What is cool about Maken X is that it is a first-person sword game. Yeah, you don't get many of those, do you? Probably for good reason, but I think Maken X pulls it off. Yeah, I think this is a pretty fun game. You're running through areas, slashing down enemies, and it has this great arcade feeling to it. It is fun, but of course it's also very, very challenging. The game doesn't let you just run around and hack and slash through things. You gotta be smart. You gotta find enemies' weaknesses and expose them. You gotta jump around them and hit them in the back. You gotta dodge around, block, parry, all these different cool techniques. You can charge your sword for ultimate attacks, but of course that's at the cost of your life. And as you fight the enemies, you learn more advanced techniques. So it has a bit of, I don't want to call it an RPG element, but there's definitely motivation to fight the enemies and continue, because you want to make yourself better. The game also has this cool brain-jacking thing in which you find other characters, and once you beat them in combat, you can play as them, and then Maken X, the sword, transforms into their weapon of choice. So throughout the game, you can add more people to your party, so to speak, and choose who you need for what situation. Of course, a lot of these characters suck, and the game does limit who you can use and when, which is unfortunate. The levels are very linear, and you never really have to worry about getting lost. There are a few puzzles, such as knocking armored guards off a ledge into a switch to open the door, or jumping around, platforming, but this stuff is kept to a minimum. The main focus is on sword combat, and it works well. I like the controls in this game. They take a few minutes to get used to, but once you got it down, it's pretty easy to run around and expose weaknesses. Also of note is the music. I love the music in this game. It's really cool and kick-ass. I also like the graphics. They're clear, they're colorful, and they're smooth. And the environments are all really well rendered with this cool kind of atmosphere to each of them. They all have a different vibe, and I love that. I guess my only real problem with Maken X would be as you progress, it gets harder and harder, which is to be expected, but I think that the difficulty curve is a bit too ridiculous at times. Because if you die, you have to start the level from the beginning, and they're not long levels, but I'd appreciate a checkpoint here and there. Health power-ups aren't exactly common enough to let your average player get through. I'm the average player, I didn't get through. It would be helpful if I could die and go back, but not all the way, so that I can have the advantage of being halfway through the level and be fully charged again. I mean, I'm not one to complain about difficulty very often, but it just seems like there should be a pussy mode and a hard mode, and I could play pussy mode if I wanted to. Wow. This game has 7 endings. I couldn't even get to one of them. 7. Did they think people would care about the story or something like that? I mean, jeez Louise. This thing's got more endings than a Resident Evil game. Some of the rival swordsmen in this game have problems, to say the least. Like, there's all these weird ninja guys running around, these big aliens that shoot things at you. They behave strangely. They're all like Highlander, Mad Max villains. The best thing about Maken X is when you get the power-up Exo token, and you start going insane, man. The music kicks in, and you get superpowers, you start slashing up, man. Oh my god, it's so cool, because nothing can stop you at this point, just superpowered and awesome. Oh gosh, I can't wait to play it again. Now I know you're probably a bit skeptical of Maken X, mainly because you don't own a Dreamcast and have to go out of your way to buy that and then the game to actually play it. But I want to reassure you that if you are interested in the idea of a first-person sword game, it actually works. It's a shocker, I know, but it works well. Mainly thanks to the lock-on system. You can lock on to enemies and strafe around them. It almost feels like Zelda in first person. And again, it works. I can't explain how or why, because it goes against everything that works in first-person shooters. And at this point, my 10 viewers are probably like, unsubscribe. What's the point of a reviewer that can't explain his feelings? Well, you know what? You go play Maken X and you tell me what you think. Yeah, go ahead, I dare you. You go play this game, you go say, oh yes, I like the perfect controls, the pitch-perfect graphics, and the gorgeous music. You know what, that's what I said. Tell me why it works. It shouldn't. It should not work, but it does. Why am I angry about this? This is a great thing, guys. This is a fantastic thing. Maken X is worth looking for. If you own a Dreamcast, buy it. Buy Maken X, you won't go wrong. If you don't own a Dreamcast, what the hell's wrong with you, man? Go get one. Dreamcast is awesome. And that's pretty much it. I know this hasn't been the most informative review, and I apologize for that, but I wanted to bring people's attention to this game, because it's one I didn't even hear about until I found a bargain bin for 50 cents. And you know what? I'm glad I heard about it, because this is a cool game. It's well made and deserves more attention than it's got. And you know what else needs more attention? Me. At clubs. Hey girls, I'm here. I'm alive. I have feelings. Don't back away like I'm some kind of disease-ridden vermin. I just want to be loved, okay? I just want to connect with someone. Come on! Please just start paying attention to me, please. God, I'm so alone. I'm so alone. Maken X. It's pretty cool. How many games would be better if you played as the hero's weapon? Zelda. You're the Master Sword. Indiana Jones. You're a whip. That's fun, right? What about Halo? You could be the assault rifle. But no, it doesn't work, guys. Why aren't you playing as the hero?